Hey guys, Rich here. Have you ever noticed how we all tend to define ourselves in our musical journey by certain things? We kind of define ourselves by, I can use a digital audio workstation. I can play an instrument. Oh yeah, I know this theory. Oh yes, I understand this type of harmonization. I understand this, and we define other people by their ability to control their music, i.e., oh, they're really good at mixing. They're really good at writing great melodies. They're really great at doing this, that, the other, or even they're not so good at this. They're not so good at programming drums. They're not so good at creating a decent song. We define ourselves by almost like technical details. Have you ever noticed how we don't define each other by creativity and how we don't applaud each other enough for being creative? It's almost like creativity is the dirty word of the music industry. We don't say, actually, well done to you, because you have dived into creativity. You are being creative. Creativity is the root of everything we're doing. Even those of you who define yourselves by your masters in composition, or define yourselves by your experience as a jazz improvisationist, impresario, the word I can't remember. Those of you who define yourself by something specific, like a certificate, we are actually all creative people. But we don't celebrate that enough. We don't celebrate, this person has sat down and created an entire track. That's amazing. That is amazing. And you think back to years and years ago when the possibility of creating pro-level recordings and tracks from your home with very little money seemed ridiculous. If you weren't hugely technical, it was almost impossible. I remember opening up my first session of it's probably Cakewalk Pro years and years back, and just looking at it being like, I do not understand this whatsoever. But the thing I focused on was creativity, was creating things. And I love creating things. And I love seeing other people creating things. With our kids, we're celebrating their creativity. Well done, look at this drawing. They sit them down, they do colouring, they do painting, they play with instruments, they have imaginative game. They're creating all the time. And at some point, we stop defining ourselves by having fun and creating, and we define ourselves by technical details or qualifications or our ability to do certain things, rather than our embracing and enjoyment of creativity. And I really want to hammer this home to you, that you should start celebrating your own creativity as if you are a little child and you are your own parent, saying, hey, that's awesome, well done you for taking the time to sit down. And what I love is how much fun you had creating that piece of music. That's the magic. The magic is where we combine that creativity with fun and we push it towards the direction we want to go. I'm going to keep hammering home this message about creativity and also setting a goal for where we want to be. It's really, really important. So I want to kind of re-embrace the word creativity rather than defining ourselves by our ability to mix and master a 60-track orchestral trailer cue. Let's define ourselves by actually, the creativity it takes to turn some abstract lines on a digital audio workstation into a full orchestral cue. The creativity it takes to translate noise in your head into dots and lines on a piece of paper. The creativity it takes to record a dustbin being slammed, turn that into a drum sampler that you can then play. That is phenomenal. Let's embrace each other's creativity. Let's embrace our own creativity and have fun doing it, guys. It's so important. Have fun creating, because creating is the reason we're all doing this, because we love to do it.